Hi, this isn't myth related at all, but it's still something I want to talk about because it concerns someone who honestly did more for me than they ever knew they did. I've been trying to make this video for several days now, but every time I get in front of the camera, it feels hard to talk about. So this is like attempt number 6 or whatever, but I want to talk about it because I think this guy deserves that I at least say a few words for him. For anyone who doesn't know, some days ago we lost Matthew Perry. He passed away, and he's way too young. Honestly, I think he was in his 50s, either 50s or early 60s, one of the two. But it's too young, in my opinion. He had more life to live, but life isn't fair. Shit happens. The Lord giveth and the Lord taketh away. So that's just how things are. For anyone who doesn't know who I'm talking about, Matthew Perry played Chandler on Friends. I'm sure you know him from that. And it really bummed me out that we lost him. Obviously for the reasons I just said, but also because he was a celebrity that I really wanted to meet one day. You know, like, I mean, who knows? Maybe it would have happened. Maybe he would have been at a con or something, or who knows, maybe I would get, like, so YouTube famous that I'd be able to meet him by some means like that. But I really wanted to meet him someday because he just made me laugh so much growing up, and just made me feel good at times when I needed to feel good. I've talked about this slightly in videos, but I had some difficulties growing up. I was in an abusive household, and in like middle school, I didn't really have any friends. I got bullied a lot. So the thing when I was having very dark thoughts, I would turn to comedy as a way to try to feel better. Like whether it be stand-up comedians like Jim Gaffigan, Jerry Seinfeld, Brian Regan, and such, or what quickly became my favorite TV show, which was Friends. I discovered Friends when I was, I believe, a preteen, and I fell in love with it pretty fast, and I still love it to this day. I still watch it to this day. It was a show I would always watch when it was on. It just felt good to watch. Not just because it made me laugh a lot, but because, you know, it just felt like a charming, heartwarming show. And I know not everyone likes Friends, and so especially nowadays, people say, oh, it's problematic, it's offensive, it's like, whatever. Like, you can think what you want to think. I love the show. I don't care. I mean, obviously I love it. I've got this. Someone gave me this as a gift. I have this shirt. This is a Chandler quote right here. I also have a Friends shirt somewhere in the house. But I really loved it, and I made a point to watch it whenever it was on. It was really nice, you know, when I'd come home after a hard day at school, like, to just eventually just sit down, you know, when my dad was asleep or out of the house, because he would never let me watch TV when he was around, because he was an asshole. But so it made me happy that it was on later at night. Like, on Nick at Night, I would watch Friends. Eventually it was on TBS, I would watch it there too. And I just watched it every chance I got. Like, I just watched every single episode, and my brother watched it with me. We loved it. And even after I had already seen every episode there was, I would always, like, just have it on when it was on, like, in the background while playing, like, Age of Mythology, or while working on something, or building Legos, or, like, any hobby that I enjoyed. If Friends was on, I'd be like, oh, Friends is on, and my brother would be like, oh, cool, put that on, and we'd put it on, and we'd listen to it while we did other stuff, and or just for the hell of it, like, just because we enjoyed it so much. It had such a good charm to it. And my favorite part of the show was Chandler, who was just brought to life so perfectly by Matthew Perry's performance. Like that, I can't imagine anyone else in that role. And I only loved the character more when I learned about Matthew Perry as a person. Like how he wasn't even originally planning to audition for that role. Like, someone he knew was auditioning for it, but Matthew Perry, like, was helping his friend audition and saw that the character was someone he very much related to, and he thought, maybe I should try for this role. And it's kind of fun. There's kind of a funny story behind it. Like, one of the reasons other people weren't getting cast as Chandler was because they all kept playing him gay, because they all thought he was supposed to be gay, and that then became a joke on the show where people keep thinking Chandler's gay when he isn't. Which is actually something I've dealt with before. I've had people think I'm gay when I'm not. I don't know why people think that. There's nothing wrong with being gay, but I'm not. I don't know why people keep it still happens. People comment on my videos going, oh, this guy's clearly bi, or this guy's clearly gay. I don't know why you guys think that, but okay. It's not like it harms me or anything. It's just funny, honestly. And Chandler, like, yeah, was a character I very much related to, and by extension, I related very much to Matthew Perry. I know he struggled with depression and difficulties in his life, and, you know, it really made me hope that one day I would get to meet him, maybe give him a hug and tell him, thank you so much for all the joy you brought into my life, because you made me laugh at times I needed to laugh. You made me forget about hard times at a time when they were really weighing heavily on me. And you just made me feel comfort when I was at my most uncomfortable. And my parents hated the show, by the way. A couple times they walked in on me watching it and they were like, this is stupid, this is terrible. And I'm like, thanks. That's wonderful to hear from your parents while you're watching your favorite show. So they didn't want me watching it. I watched it anyway. I don't care. Yeah, I mean, hell, the show started the year I was born, so fate, who knows. But yeah, it just, I really enjoyed it a lot, and yeah, for the reasons said, obviously. And, you know, just like the way Matthew Perry had so much passion for what he did, like, it added a lot to it. And I know I'm not alone in this. Like, you know, Friends is one of the biggest, most successful, most loved shows out there, and Chandler is most people's favorite character, as far as I know. There's so many best of Chandler videos on YouTube. If you've never heard of this, like, go watch one of those and you'll see what everybody's talking about. But yeah, and I tried to, like, I watched some of Matthew Perry's other shows. I watched To Go On. I thought that was really good. I was bummed that it got canceled. I watched his Odd Couple reboot. I thought that was really funny. And, you know, his passion for that series really came through in it. And unfortunately that, I think, also got canceled after 2 seasons. But, you know, at least I was able to have fun watching him. It was a good thing to see. And, you know, Friends is a show I'm very happy didn't have a ton of horrible crap going on behind the scenes like 2.5 Men did, or some parts of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air did. Like, you know, you can tell by how close the cast remained and, you know, all that, you know, it seemed like a healthy work environment. Apparently, some of them slept together, but we don't know exactly who. I'm glad we at least got a Friends reunion. That was something I wanted for a long, long time. And they were like, oh, and James Corden is hosting. I was like, damn it. But whatever, I don't care. I was just happy to get it anyway. But yeah, Matthew, if you're up there, I hope you're up there. Because I do believe in that. I hope you're up in heaven. I hope things are going well for you up there. And I hope you know, in some heavenly way, that I'm very grateful for all the joy you brought into my life. And I really hope that other people appreciate, like, everything you've done. And it sucks that you're gone. I always wanted your autograph someday. But I guess I'll wait till I join you up there or something. But he's left his mark on history. Like, Friends isn't going anywhere, despite what some people actually are like, oh, you should never be watching Friends. It's like, people just get offended by everything these days. I don't understand it at all. But I'm not going to go on a rant about that, and I think I've made my point. Man did a lot for me. I hope he knows it, and I appreciate it a lot. And if any of you in the audience are big Matthew Perry fans, like, what's a moment that he did that you really loved? Or a time when he really made you laugh or made you happy? Or, like, was there a time when things were dark for you that he or Friends in general or whatever helped pull you out of that? I think this is the place to talk about it. I know I'm late to this, but like I said, this was kind of a hard video to make. And I think the best way to honor him is to continue making jokes, because that's clearly something he enjoyed doing. I don't know how to end videos.